This is a prime example of if you know what somebody's doing. This is the reaction of the woman at the well when Christ asked for some water, right? And then he told her to bring her husband back, and she says she doesn't have one. And he tells her that that's because you were married to 5 of them, and the one you have now isn't really your husband. So if you can say things like that, like if you can know those things about people, this is the reaction that they'll get. Now, look at it at the flip side. If you can type these things in, those things that you know to be true, right? If you can type them in and at the same time tell people what they're doing, right? Before they're even doing it, or the things that they've done in their life. Let's just say you have like a surveillance company and you're able to surveil people that are vulnerable, and they would think that if you know something about them and their lives, and they don't even know who you are, but they heard about you or just met you just like that, think about how the person's mind would gravitate towards the person that's prophesying.
Go and call your husband and come back.
I don't have a husband.
You are right when you say you don't have a husband. You've been married to 5 men, and the man you live with now is not really your husband. You have told me the truth.
I see you are a prophet, sir. My Samaritan ancestors worshipped God on this mountain, but you Jews say that Jerusalem...
Not really your husband. You have told me the truth.
I see you are a prophet, sir. My Samaritan ancestors worshipped God on this mountain, but you Jews say that Jerusalem is the place where we should worship God.
Believe me, woman. The time will come when people will not worship the Father either on this mountain or in Jerusalem. You Samaritans do not really know whom you worship. But we Jews know whom we worship, because it is from the Jews that salvation comes. But the time is coming, and is already here, when by the power of God's Spirit, people will worship the Father as he really is, offering him the true worship that he wants. God is Spirit, and only by the power of his Spirit,
look at that face,
can people worship him.
She is really amazed.
I know that the Messiah will come, and when he comes, he will tell us everything.
I am he. I who am talking with you.
It feels good to be me. You know why? Because I'm king, whether you want to believe it or not.
At that moment, Jesus' disciples returned, and they were greatly surprised to find him talking with a woman. But none of them said to her, "What do you want?" or asked him, "Why are you talking with her?" Then the woman left her water jar and went back to the town.
Come and see the man who told me everything I've ever done. Could he be the Messiah?
So they left the town and went to Jesus.
I haven't made a video in a while, but I'm doing good. Everything's right on schedule. Everything's right on schedule.
Well, it was on schedule. But see, April 20th, going right into the 21st, the very next day, or actually on that same day over here, remember what happened according to schedule? Yeah, that Sri Lanka bombing happened. And then 7 days later, which is 5 days before this video was made, April 22nd. Because on April 27th, it was John, the shooter, over in Poway. You know, John, the lone wolfman, shooting up the church on April 27th. You know why? Because
I hold the world script in my hand.
Matt, we're gonna go over to gematria. And Stephen James Deshawn says what? Stephen James Deshawn says he has the world script in his hand. He didn't say left hand. He said his hand. Steve James John has... He said he has what? He said he has the world script in his hand. I wonder what that comes out to, huh? It's 4171 and 547. It's the secret that everyone wants to know. The man who made this sentence is the reincarnation of Aleister Crowley. Stephen James Deshawn can't go outside when it's thundering. Why would I give respect to a reprobate mind, huh? I'm a respecter of persons. A self-righteous Christ scapegoating money lovers that are bathing in stolen light get incinerated. And true Christian doctrine is love. Not love like loving money and love. And nothing to do with Old Testament fools. Well, I mean, I don't know about that part, but this part here is right. It is correct. So when he says this, he means it. Okay, this is how he talks. He means this right here about everything that I'm saying.
Okay? You see, something he's telling you the truth. He's telling you the truth right to your face. And you people are so stupid you can't even see it.
Well, I'm not the one saying you guys are stupid, but that's how they talk. He's telling you the truth.
Here's Robin's newest video, and all he can seem to talk about is me saying I hold the world script in my hand when I'm just the same as he is. I'm just
a fallen angel. That is correct, Steve. You are part of the 72,000 that are on the Satan's, the devil's prophets. That's what I believe. You'll come around. You have much knowledge. You were meant to find 144,000 for all the wrong reasons, but God has them perfectly lined up. So I believe that you're part of that 72 that's on the other side. The purpose is, in the end, it's all the same, turning people to God. Just the real God, not you.
His headline, Head Luciferian Gang Stalker. I gotta go, guys, because I got to...
He loves to point the truth out. He loves going to my videos and pointing the truth out, saying it, but, you know, sarcastically, of course. But that's how he tells you the truth.
I gotta get busy, man. I gotta go out and gang stalk some more. Okay? I gotta go. And I gotta go out and gang stalk some more. Okay? I gotta go out and gang stalk. But
Go and call your husband and come back.
I don't have a husband.
You were right when you say you don't have a husband. You've been married to 5 men, and the man you live with now is not really your husband. You've told me the truth.
I see you are a prophet, sir. My Samaritan ancestors worshipped God on this mountain. I don't have a husband.
You were right when you say you don't have a husband. You've been married to 5 men, and the man you live with now is not really your husband. You have told me the truth.
I see you are a prophet, sir.